I hope everything is fine and good with you today. And today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 audition tips for actors. And I want to also remind you, please subscribe to my channel and put the words "I subscribed" in the comments, and I will do my best to reply to your comment. And if you don't know about me, I wanted to explain some of my background in acting, right? I've tried acting on and off for about 6 years, auditioning, and I've also done some print modeling, and as well as I was a dancer in a music video. I've taken a little bit of singing lessons, and I wanted to advise you, first of all, for an audition, you should be early, right? Not just on time, but a little bit early. And if you don't know anything about acting, to let you know, the casting director would be there, of course, on time, because they're auditioning other people as well. So you need to make sure that you come in and sign in. Usually most auditions you sign in, and even the time, right? So you need to be prepared and ready early there, just to get your bearings about you, as well as, you know, if you're parking or taking public transit, to find out and make sure if it's the first time especially that you're going to the building, to make sure you know how to get there. And even if you've been there before, I mean, there could be traffic. And also wanted to let you know, it's very important advice: memorize your sides. If you don't know what sides are, they're from the movie script or TV show, the film. It's part of the lines, right? If you didn't know, they don't give you the entire movie script. They just give you your lines. It's called sides. So you really need to memorize those, even if it's for a commercial. If it's one line, could be 6 lines, could be a few dozen lines as an example. And do it off book, right? Do your audition off book. Have them memorized. Unless it's one of those like a cold reading. If you go to an audition and you don't even know what the audition is, which happens from time to time, but usually you know in advance what it is, right? Then you would have to be reading from the papers that they give you, right? If it's, you know, spur of the moment kind of audition, or sometimes they even give you like a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, to try to memorize them, which can be difficult. It's not really enough time. Most people have like at least overnight to memorize their lines, the sides. And another thing, dress the part, right? Make sure you are dressed properly. Your agent could possibly advise you, if you have an agent, what to wear. And if not, in the description of the character and the signs that you get, it's possible it could describe what kind of person they are. Even the casting director could advise you what to wear. So make sure that you do that you wear the proper clothing, right? And another thing too, make sure you wear that same outfit the next time on the callback, right? The callback is like a second audition. And as well as wear clear or no nail polish. That's another thing I advise to auditions. You're not supposed to wear color nail polish, but you can wear clear nail polish, right? Or none at all, but make sure that your hands or your nails, right, they're manicured, like they're filed and buffed and moisturized. Also, don't shake anyone's hand. Some people aren't aware of this. Of course, now, what's going on now, you wouldn't do that. In auditionings now, most of them are, you know, they're online or self-taped because of what's going on now. But normally, and when things go back to normal, you're not supposed to shake anyone's hand. And some people don't know that, right? You don't shake the auditor's or cameraman's hand, a person auditioning you, the casting director. And they do it on purpose because they're meeting so many people and spreading so many germs that even before all this, it's very good advice to prevent spreading any flus or cold. And some people think, well, that's like rude or snobbish. No, it isn't. Just your audition just speaks for itself. You don't need to shake anyone's hand. And then another thing too, have a good night's sleep. Make sure that you get plenty of rest the night before. I mean, if you go to bed at 11 and get up at 7 is good hours. Make sure you get the 8 hours. That's an example. I mean, if you need to get up at 6, go to bed at 10, and so on, right? You want to make sure that you're alert and you're not yawning during the audition, right? And another thing that goes along with that, once you get up, make sure you eat breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I mean, eat a good, healthy breakfast, and not just coffee. Just coffee isn't breakfast, right? But I mean, you can have your coffee if you wish, and especially, to get that jolt to wake you up, I would have coffee and some food as well, right? And you want to make sure, your stomach isn't growling in the middle of audition, and maybe they could hear it. And also, don't move around so much. And that means in the audition to stand still, unless you're doing something like practicing some martial arts, which I've done in an audition. If it's a regular audition and you're there saying your lines, don't move around, because the cameraman may find it difficult to move with you. If you're shooting from one end of the room to the other, or if you're going in circles, or if you're stepping frontwards and backwards, the cameraman his camera's flying back and forth and frontwards and backwards. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to stand in one place unless you're instructed to do otherwise, or unless you're instructed to sit down. And another thing as well, clean your shoes or boots before you go to the audition. If you walk in, especially in the wintertime, and your boots, say you're wearing some winter boots and they're full of salt, I mean, that doesn't look good with white all over them. But you could always change when you get there, or I mean, bring something to make sure that they're cleaned off. And as well as any other time, I mean, you could, the spring or summer or fall even, you could be wearing your shoes and they could get some dirt or mud on them. You don't want to see that either. So maybe bring a cloth with some water in your bag, or certain wipes, right? And make sure that they're cleaned off. You can go before, when you come in the building, or you can go in the washroom and clean them off. And as well as let the audition speak for itself, right? A simple thank you at the end, and don't say, "Oh, I hope that you pick me," or "Please choose me." Like, that's too desperate. At the end of your audition, simply say thank you. That's all you need to say. Anyways, that's the advice that I'm giving you today. You can like this comment, thumbs up, and remember to subscribe, and any comments. And bye for now.